Well, welcome to the call tonight, you guys. My name is Brooke Hemingway. I am a mama of 6. I am 45, and I have been on a gut health and root healing journey for several years now. I first started with Plexus when I had just had my 5th child. She was about 6 or 7 weeks old, and I had been struggling for a long time with some common issues that maybe many of you have also struggled with or currently struggle with. In fact, as I list off these things that were challenges for me, I'd love for you to comment below or in the chat, yes, or amen, or that was me, or put something in the chat if you can relate to some of these things. Some of the things that I struggled with were I had a hard time getting out of bed in the morning. I was exhausted when I would wake up. I had headaches. I felt like I'd been run over by a truck, and I just didn't want to get out of bed in the morning. I struggled to fall asleep at night. And even if I fell asleep, I would wake up 2 or 3 times at night. I also had bloating every single afternoon and had IBS-like symptoms. My energy sucked. It was honestly tanked most days. And at 10 a.m. and 2 p.m., I would be seeking out a nap. If I could lay down for 10 or 20 or 30 minutes, I was so thankful because otherwise I didn't feel like I could make it through the day. And if I was going to make it through the day, I would be reaching for sugar or candy or Diet Coke to get me through. Now, I also struggled a ton with anxiety, which I know is on the rise, and tons of people struggle with anxiety. I had bad postpartum blues, and I just felt like my mood was really unpredictable. I could wake up one day and be happy, and the next day I could be totally down in the dumps. Does anyone relate to any of these things? You're not alone. In fact, most people feel like something is off, something is wrong. And even though your labs might look fine and everything might look fine on paper, you are feeling anything but fine. And that's why we're here. We're here to offer you an option of a simple solution that can help you to start feeling like yourself again. And several years ago, when I said yes to this, I started to feel like myself again. So our plan tonight is in 20 to 25 minutes to share with you a little bit more about gut health and root healing and why that is the right solution for whatever it is that ails you. We'll also end this call with some options of how you can get started with Plexus and some of our favorite things that we feel like are a home run for successful results with Plexus. So oftentimes I am curious about what brings people to Plexus. And if you have been with Plexus for a while, you've been taking their products for a while, I want to know in the chat what brought you to Plexus? What made you curious about taking a look at Plexus? If you're here for the first time tonight, I want to know what made you curious? What made you come to this call? What are you struggling with? What's something that you want to improve? Because we're all here for a reason. And we're all here because we were either seeking for something or we are currently seeking for a solution to something that really is a challenge for us. And what we want you to know is that you do not have to keep struggling with these things, and you certainly do not have to do it alone, because here you'll find incredible products as well as incredible people and community that will support you with your goals. So a lot of times I get asked, what even is Plexus and what makes Plexus different? Right? There's so many things out there on the market, so many supplements. You go into the drugstore, you go into Costco, you go on social media, and there are so many different things. And honestly, it can be really overwhelming and you might feel inundated. And I want to break it down in a very simple way. Plexus gets it right when it comes to holistic health and putting the right combination of ingredients together in a clean, pure form to help get to the root of the problem. We do this through addressing gut health and getting your gut back into balance, by addressing insulin resistance and blood sugar issues and getting those hormones balanced out, and by addressing that puffiness and inflammation that literally pretty much everybody experiences. And when you tackle gut health, blood sugars, and inflammation, everything starts to change. All those pesky symptoms, your mood, your inability to sleep, your weight gain, your headaches, your inability to use the bathroom regularly, all of those things start to turn around because your body comes back into what's called homeostasis. Your body is always trying to come back into homeostasis or into balance. And when you give your body what it needs, which is a combination of simple lifestyle changes that Plexus makes easier for those to happen, and the combination of nutrition and supplementation, you start feeling like yourself again. You start getting the energy back. Your mood improves, your digestion improves, your skin looks better. You start to have this energy and you're like, where did this even come from? I feel 10 years, 20 years younger. And so that's what Plexus is all about. It's about putting the best of a couple of simple drink mixes together with a few simple capsules into an easy to use system that is sustainable over time. You do not have to have a degree or be a rocket scientist to know how to be healthy. We make it simple and accessible for everyone. And so I'm going to talk just a little bit about our triplex combination. Our triplex gut health system is one of our most popular systems, and I would love to see the word triplex in the chat if you currently use the triplex and you are loving the triplex. This is our best selling combination of products that we have had for, gosh, I don't even know, 9, 10 years, maybe even longer than that, longer than I've been in Plexus and using Plexus products. But it's been around for a really long time. And the thing that was attractive to me about the triplex as a former ICU nurse and as a kinesiologist with a fitness background is that it wasn't gimmicky. It was focusing on the right things. It was focusing on balancing the blood sugars, which was going to reduce cravings, reduce the swings in the mood, reduce the swings in the energy, and it was going to help to feed the good gut microbes. I loved that focus about this drink right here called Slim. By the way, we've got many different flavors of Slim, but I loved that focus. It made sense to me because I knew that if people could dial in their blood sugars, they weren't going to take the wild ride up and down with their energy and with their cravings all day long. I also knew with my background as a nurse that gut health was so important. In fact, it was critical. It was crucial. Dialing in your gut health is going to impact everything else in your health. If you want better skin, focus on your gut. If you want to have a stronger immune system and you don't want to catch every single cold that goes around during the winter, focus on your gut health. If you want to be able to go to the bathroom and have a flat belly, focus on gut health. You want to lose weight, focus on gut health. You want to be happier, focus on gut health. You want to have better balance in your vitamins and minerals and your nutrient absorption, focus on gut health. I think you get the point. The gut is the epicenter of your health, and all disease begins in the gut. And so the other part of the triplex, besides Slim, which is the pink drink that so many of you have heard about, is our ProBio 5 and our Bio Cleanse. They come in little bottles like this, and they're small capsules. You take a few capsules either in the morning or before you go to bed, and that's it. Don't we love simple? Anybody here, raise your hand. Simple is my jam. I have 6 kids, and I do not have time for complicated. And I wanted something that was simple that could work in my busy lifestyle, and this does. So 1 drink and a few capsules every single day to tackle gut health, blood sugar balance, and inflammation. That is about as easy as it gets. I've seen so many different systems out there, you guys. I've been in the health industry for a long time. And most systems that will be recommended to you by perhaps an integrative or functional medicine doctor, a chiropractor, etc. Nothing against those. But if you're looking to spend $500, $600, $700 a month, that's going to be the route you go to. If you want something simple, sustainable, clean, with great ingredients, that's at a price you can actually maintain, the triplex is an incredible place to start. And so that's the foundation of our systems. But also there's something really special going on right now. It's called the Reset. And I am a huge fan of the Reset. But before we start to dive into the Reset, I'm actually going to take some time to turn over to my friend Sadie, who is here tonight. And Sadie is joining us from the bitter cold Idaho. And she's going to share her story with us. Make sure to unmute yourself, Sadie. I think you're still muted. So just go ahead and hit that unmute button so that we can hear you. Idaho is beautiful. So at the bottom of your phone, there should be like a little button that you can hit to unmute. If she can see.
Okay, is it working?
It is, but you turned your camera off.
Oh,
there you go. We can see you now. Yay.
okay. Sorry.
Tell them your story and tell them about one of your favorite products.
Oh gosh. Um, there's too many to count on the favorite products, but I do have to share. I started kind of like what Brooke was saying with functional medicine. So I started years ago. I was diagnosed with lupus. I've had a lot of autoimmune conditions going on for like the past 10 years, and I was finally diagnosed with it 5 years ago. They finally figured out what was going on. And then I was referred down to a functional medicine doctor here. And he started putting me on all this stuff, taking me off of a lot of foods and things. And it was helpful, but like Brooke was just saying, it was a lot of money. It was like $400 to $500 a month in vitamins and supplements. And I was like, oh man, these things are helping, but this is insane. So I actually ended up being able to get pregnant after a few months of doing that and some IUI and things. We had had infertility for years. And um, so during pregnancy, they actually told me to stop a lot of the products I was taking, and I didn't know why. I didn't think anything of it. So after pregnancy, I had some major flares with lupus after I had my twins and some severe fatigue. And so I was like, I have got to find something. I've got to get back on that stuff. And of course, they wanted me to go back in and have all my blood work done. And I'm like, but I already know what was working before. I just want to do that. So I ended up coming across a friend's post on Instagram that I knew her from high school. She did fitness. She knew her stuff. I knew that this was going to be great. So I was like, I gotta try whatever she's talking about because she was saying that it helped with her celiac and her symptoms from her autoimmune conditions. So I reached out to her and started with the triplex and started trying that. I had lots of gut problems, IBS, really bad, diarrhea, like all the time. I mean, I couldn't eat anything without immediately having to go to the bathroom afterwards. Severe fatigue, of course. I had twins, but just with like everything else, it was like I got hit by a car in the mornings. Like I just could not get out of bed. I had to have a nap every day for hours, and it was not manageable with two little babies. So I started taking the triplex and immediately within just a couple weeks noticed some energy. I'm like, oh, I took that drink today. I don't need to take a nap with my kids at 3 o'clock. So that was really helpful. The energy started kicking in fast. And then within about a month or 2 months of taking it, my IBS was like completely under control. And it was a whole new world for me. I was like, what is happening? This is so weird. It was amazing. So those two things picked up really quick, started helping the energy, the IBS, and then I started noticing just little things. So I had constant headaches all the time. Those went away. I was hardly ever having headaches anymore. My aches and pains, like joint pain and stuff, started decreasing as well. And of course, then I wanted to try all these other things that I saw with Plexus. So I did start adding in one of my favorites is Ease, and it is anti-inflammatory. And so it kind of replaces like your ibuprofen and Tylenol. It has is it green muscle lipids in it, I believe, and it is amazing. If you take that on an empty stomach, it kind of eats away at the protein, like in your joints and things that cause pain. And I was noticing a huge change with that, like so many aches and pains going away, and so much of my inflammation because these autoimmune conditions, that's just what they cause is tons and tons of inflammation throughout your whole body, your gut, everything. So that is one of my favorites. I can't every morning I wake up first thing, pop some of two, three, four of my E's every morning. Then I go take my triplex. And then I also now cannot live without Vital Biome. That is my other favorite one. I have always had depression and anxiety, and I started taking that. It's amazing. I started with one pill a day, taking it in the evening actually, and it would help me to sleep better at night. If you have, I don't know if other people have struggled to sleep with anxiety and depression, but it is so hard to like fall asleep. You just are thinking about everything else and all the things that you need to do or so much that goes on. So I started taking that, and I was actually able over the last 6 months, I've been taking Vital Biome, and I've been able to drop off and get rid of my Prozac that I was taking. So my SSRI. So That's been amazing. So I love that too. And I could go on and on. I just love all the products now, but it's amazing. Like gut health it's incredible.
It is. And I'm so grateful to hear your story tonight. Sadie, you're adorable and really, really appreciate that. Massive results with the products, honestly, and so inspiring. I actually have some other really cool results with Vital Biome as well. One of our friends that we both know, Chris is her name, and she'd been on a journey of wanting to correct her blood sugar numbers and having been diagnosed with type 2 diabetes and didn't want to have to go on medication. And so she started on the triplex with Hunger Control Slim and was able to bring her hemoglobin A1C down and was able to not have to take those kinds of medications because of the correction that she experienced. But also a part of her story was, really wanting to lose the weight, right? And this was years ago before we had the reset. She loves the reset now, but even before the reset, she was like, you know what? I'm gonna give Vital Biome a try. I'm going to throw Vital Biome into the mix a couple years into taking the products. And she started dropping weight after adding Vital Biome in. And one of the reasons why something like that might happen, and I'm not saying that will happen for everyone, but there are thousands and thousands of studies on gut health and weight loss or weight correction. And so focusing in on having the right microbes in your gut, which produce other neurotransmitters and chemicals and hormones and vitamins, like it's so important that you have a healthy gut for all aspects, whether it's mood or weight or immunity or anything like that. So next, I want to talk a little bit about this reset craze. Anyone heard of the reset? Excited about the reset? Know that the reset delivers huge results. If you have a reset result to share, I'm going to ask that you drop it in the chat. If you've done a reset and you've experienced incredible results with it, share in the chat what some of your results were. And I'm talking about results that sometimes include weight loss, but also I have testimonials of people who felt like the reset changed their mood. They changed their it changed their emotional resilience, and they had breakthroughs in feeling better emotionally. I have people also that have major gut issues that do the reset, and through engaging in a 3-day nutritionally supported fast with the reset, they're able to reset their gut microbiome and their digestion improves. And yet other people might be a normal weight, because how many of us know people that have they're a normal weight, but they love their sugar. They love their unhealthy foods, and they do not eat healthy nutritional foods. While the reset for some people just helps to reset those cravings so that you are eating a more nutritionally dense diet. I've got somebody here, Galaxy S22, that says, I've done it 3 times. I've had good results, such as more mental clarity and feeling lighter overall. Susan says, I've done it 4 times. I typically lose 4 pounds and 8 inches over my body. It feels to me like it changed my appetite. I don't get as hungry as I used to. So it reset those hunger cues. For Karen, she feels like it cleared her brain fog, decreased inflammation, and cravings for healthier foods. And then for Deb, she says, I don't need to lose weight, but the reset gives me tons of extra energy, better focus, control over what I was eating so that she makes better choices. And she just feels so much healthier. In fact, tonight I got a message from somebody that was asking me, gosh, I feel like my gut is a wreck and maybe I have SIBO. And I was like, one of the best things you can do is do a reset. Because when you reset, you're going to kill off overgrowth of bad bacteria because you're not feeding it all of the normal things that you would feed it. And it really is a brilliant product. Now, I'm here in Hawaii, and so I don't have a new reset box. I have an old reset box because I'm here for Thanksgiving in our house. And we only come once or twice a year. But when you get a reset, it comes in a box and it's all set perfectly for you. And inside of the box, there are 3 smaller boxes for day 1, day 2, and day 3. Everything is perfectly portioned for you. And it's a combination of soups, shakes, supplements, and a bar. And each day you take the same things for 3 days in a row. So it's not a complete fast. You're not just drinking water and taking supplements. You are getting sustenance. And one of the beautiful things about the reset is that the macros are perfection. I was so excited. I'm a nerd with science, and so is my husband. He's an integrative medicine doctor, and he's like this health and food and supplement expert. And he was like, this is awesome. This is almost 70 grams of protein every single day. And so for people that think, well, a reset, duh, I'm just losing water and it's not real weight loss, all you have to do is look at pictures of results. And when you look at pictures of results, you will see, no, that person gained muscle and lost fat. In fact, I look the most ripped, I look the most fit, I look the healthiest when I do a reset. And because I'm taking protein in, minus all of the carbs and all of the fake foods and all of the fake ingredients, and because I'm drinking a lot, I'm drinking a hydrate, I'm drinking an active, I'm drinking a slim. I don't have a Restore here because my reset's being shipped to Utah. I'm drinking a Restore every night. Because I'm drinking a lot of liquids and getting all of the soups, I'm hydrated. And so you go through this reset process and you cut out a lot of the crap, but you're also tapping into your fat burning metabolism. Your body was built to be metabolically flexible. And what's happened in our modern day is that we've slipped into this snacking habit, and we've slipped into this ultra processed or processed habit. And we might even be going to Whole Foods or eating vegan or vegetarian or whatever it is we think is healthy, but it's very processed. And there's a lot of food-like ingredients and a lot of things that are not optimal for metabolism. And the reset helps your body to tap into burning fat. Because if there are not readily available carbs, which your body will use initially for energy, your body is going to look where? It's going to look towards the extra fat around your belly, your hips, your thighs, the bra strap area, anywhere where you have extra fat. It's going to be like, let me gobble that up and let me use that for energy. And so you're going to use fat. And the benefit long-term to this and doing, say, for example, a reset once a month or a reset every other month or every quarter is that you surprise your body. And when your body is surprised and flexible, this is why we say metabolic flexibility, your body learns how to utilize fat for fuel. And so what you're going to learn from anybody that's invited you here is that the reset doesn't solve all of your problems, but it sure as heck is a reset button. It resets your gut, it resets your craving, it resets what you're using for fuel. And then what we're going to guide you through after you start the reset is a continuation of 30 days of incredible products like the ones that Sadie described to you, followed by teaching you about circadian fasting, basically not eating for 13 hours overnight and stopping the snacking and increasing your protein and drinking your water and taking your walks. And when you start to do these things in combination and you have high quality supplements that are actually in the bioavailable form, you start to feel like a different person. So here's the deal. It's Black Friday week. You guys are really busy. I'm going to make it easy for you. This is where you need to start. You need to grab a combo that has a triplex and balance. Balance is a capsule that you take that helps block half the carbs in the food that you eat and balance your blood sugars post-meal and keeps things nice and steady. When you're in that steady state where your sugars aren't all over the place, you're not spiking the insulin, guess what you use for fuel? Fat. Okay? And so we have this beautiful Black Friday, end of November combo that's a triplex and balance. And when you order that, you get a free $89 reset. This is one of our best selling products. When I started Plexus at Black Friday, I got $10 off. Okay. Now, this is incredible. And I just want you to understand that everyone that does a reset gets results. They absolutely get results. And so you have hit the jackpot by being able to have the opportunity to do this nutritionally supported fast. I have done the research on cleanses and fasts, and the average price is between $150 and $350 for a cleanse. So you are getting this for free when you purchase your combo. Make sure you get connected to the person that invited you tonight. Make sure you get your products ordered so that as soon as Thanksgiving is over, you can enter into this phase before the next set of holidays come where you can feel your best, where you can lose those extra pounds. And if you don't have weight to lose, where you can feel better emotionally, where your immune system can be strengthened, where you can have better energy, because the reset is going to give you all of those things. So tonight we want to encourage you to get connected with the person that invited you. And my final thing that I will say is it took me a year to say yes to Plexus, a full year. I was a hard head. I was very skeptical, and I have 2 degrees in health, kinesiology and my bachelor's in nursing. My husband is an MD. We were hard nuts to crack. You cannot be more skeptical than me. And here's the thing. I had to insert foot in mouth, because once I tried it, I was like, listen, like when something's good, something's good. When something works, like you cannot deny it. And I look back and I think that was a whole year of my life that I was depressed, that I was anxious, that I was drinking 4 Diet Cokes a day, that I had a candy cabinet, that I was screaming at my kids because I had so much anxiety, that I couldn't sleep at night, that I woke up every single morning with a headache. And what's it going to take for you to decide that you are finally worth it, that you are worth feeling good, that you are worth investing in, and that your health is not disposable? Take a chance. Tonight is your opportunity to decide to change everything for yourself. And it's my hope that you will make that decision and start your journey. Have an amazing night. And thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much, Sadie, for sharing your story as well. Good night.